Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wilson Live channel. Oh boy, do we have a good one for you today. The number 1 seeded Wilson Tigers facing off against the number 2 seeded Coolidge Colts at the Coolidge Gym in Washington, D.C. for the DCIAA championship. We flash it all the way back to about a month ago, a regular season DCIAA game regarded as one of the best DCIAA games in the past 5 years between these two exact teams. And really a show for the ages, 65-61 finish. Tigers come out on top, and boy, are we looking for something like that once again for all the marbles. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Nat, I want to bring you into the broadcast right away. What are the keys to success for this Wilson team, which we've seen so much of this year?
I mean, there's key to success for both teams. Should be a really fun one, just like you said. The 3 keys to success I wrote down for this game for Wilson are the first thing, they can't allow Gaskins to take the game over. Especially in that third quarter in the previous matchup, Gaskins just hit big shot after big shot, really carried his team in this game. And he's been a big-time scorer all season long, averaging over 20 points per game. They can't allow him to get super quick and hot and score in loads. The next one, they can't turn the ball over. Coolidge has a very good press of their own and can't allow them to turn them over constantly. And then the role players have really got to step up. If that means Joe McCray, if that means Cockray James, Greg Lomax, combinations of those guys have got to step up and they got to play well in this one. 2 very talented teams, and really should be a super competitive game.
Yep, so that's right. So both teams coming into this one with a lot of experience. The Tigers 24-4 on the season, 14-1 in the DCIAA play, and the 1 loss due to a forfeit to Eastern. And the Coolidge Colts coming into this one 18-7, 13-2 in league play, and both losses coming to Wilson and McKinley Tech, who the Tigers defeated on Monday night. We'll be with you all night. We apologize for the loud crowd noises. We don't have our optimal setup today, but we'll do our best to try and get you all the action. This has been Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Before we get too far into the broadcast, we want to thank our sponsors, Rockland's Barbecue. If you have any barbecue needs in the DMV area, make sure to check out Rockland's and mention Wilson Live. They'll appreciate you for that. We'll be back. And here we go, heading to the tip. The Colts in bright orange and the Tigers in their classic black-on-black jerseys. The 2 prospects, Darren Buchanan Jr. and Stephon Walker, go to the tip. Once again, we apologize if there's any noise. problems in this video, but this should be a fun one. Here we go. The Tigers win that one, and Dockery will control. He steps right across half court, guarded by number 2, David Bolding. He'll find Buchanan Jr., who slips it out of his hands, but finds Ray James. Ray to Richmond. Richmond forces inside. Almost a turnover. A steal almost by David Bolding, but that'll be Tigers basketball with 15 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, interesting to see the Tigers move in their starting lineup a little bit. First time in the season, Ray James getting the start. He had a huge one in that McKinley Tech game, played a lot of minutes. Expect him to be in there a lot today.
Dockery on the follow-through, misses that. Richmond has a wide open floater, and that's good. Noah Richmond, the senior 5'9" guard, gets the scoring started for both teams. Amari Curtis now finds Bolding. Bolding for 3, that's way off the mark. Board by number 2, Robert Dockery. 2-0, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first quarter, and boy, this place is rocking. Richmond finds Dockery. Dockery to Ray, the new starter. Ray to Richmond. Richmond fires. Way off the mark.
Yeah, these two teams are very similar in the way they play. Both like to get out in transition, push the pace. Both have a press of their own. Expect a high-tempo type game all game long.
Bolding and Curtis in the backcourt breaking the classic Tigers press. They'll find number 23, Malachi Starling Dates in the corner and work it back up to Curtis. Curtis at the top of the key, guarded by Brimage. He'll find Bolding. Bolding working inside on Richmond. Bolding will dribble to the corner and find Gaskin. Blocked by James. Ray James with the first block of the game, showing why he's in that game.
I mean, he's just so long and lengthy where he can contest any shot. Very athletic, just a great defender. And then he kicks on the glass, so there's another one of his strong suits.
Stephon Walker there goes up very strong, but that's off the mark. Buchanan Jr. will bring it up the court. Guarded by Starling Dates, he'll find Brimage. Brimage working wide open lefty lay, that's off the mark. Board by Stephon Walker. He finds number 2, David Bolding. Bolding will find Curtis. Derek Washington on the sideline directing his team. As you guys might know, he was the reason for the loss last game, picking up 2 technical fouls late. Very costly. Walker knocks down the jumper. That's a triple.
Yeah, interesting to see. A lot of complaints after this game, as Tigers are the higher seed, but it's almost a home game for the Colts. So see if that can play a factor in this one. Plenty of Colts fans when it should be limited attendance.
Exactly right. Saw that Monday even at Wilson against McKinley Tech, and that played a huge factor. 3-2 now. 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in this first quarter. Once again, we apologize. No time on our scoreboard today, but we will have score updated. So Richmond will inbound to Brimage. Brimage to Dockery at the top of the key. He finds Darren Buchanan Jr. on the high post. Buchanan Jr. working inside. No foul there. And number 5, Kyle Gaskins, will push the pace the other way. He finds Walker in the corner. Walker guarded by Dockery now. James unable to switch. Now he is guarding Gaskins. Gaskins will work at the top of the key. He goes in the lane. No foul once again. And a board by number 1, Noah Richmond.
So far the refs letting them play. That was another key factor in the previous matchup. Stephon Walker got into foul trouble early. He's got to stay on the court.
Marvin Brimage, number 5, there with a nice layup over the 6'8" senior Stephon Walker. Classic weave set coming for the Colts here. David Bolding will come off that high screen from Starling Dates and float it up. That's off the mark. Good board by James. We saw a lot in that first game. Number 2, David Bolding, with some incredible floaters and tough shots. Let's see if that success will continue in this one. That shot off the mark, though. James will be found on the wing. He finds Dockery. Dockery inside to Buchanan Jr., working on the smaller Bolding, and he tells him he's way too little.
Yeah, there's a reason why Darren Buchanan Jr. has all these big-time Division I offers, showing it right there. look for Wilson to keep trying to attack the switches, the mismatches if they can, with Coolidge switching on a lot of these screens.
Amari Curtis working the high-low pick and roll with Walker. Richmond falls down, but that's stolen by Dockery. Dockery coming back the other way. Lefty lay, that's good. Wilson out to an early 8-3 lead here. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yeah, great sign for the Tigers. You saw on the game against McKinley Tech on Monday, Tigers came out to a 0-9 start against the Trainers. Really just weren't able to come back for that in the first half. End up able to pick up the victory with some great defensive effort in the second half.
Walker with a very deep three there, off the mark. Dockery going for the offensive board, and he gets fouled by Walker. Something you want to check on is Stephon Walker's foul count throughout this one. One of the bigger issues in the first matchup. Derek Washington, head coach of the Colts, very unhappy about Walker's foul calls.
Yeah, so far, Robert Dockery with a much better start than the game on Monday. Had 7 turnovers and only 2 points in through 3 quarters. Really struggled in that one, and so far playing a lot better.
James will find himself with the ball on the wing. Same set play once again. Buchanan Jr. on the smaller, Bolding inside, flips it up. This time it's no good though. Fighting on the offensive boards, and he'll pick up a foul. That's exactly how Darren Buchanan Jr. plays. If you haven't been tuned into the Wilson Live channel or Wilson Basketball all year, that's Darren Buchanan Jr., the prospect himself right there.
Yeah, that call is not going to go on Stephon Walker, so luckily for him to not pick up that foul. Buchanan is going to attack this paint all game long. Coolidge is going to have to find an answer to him if they want to win this game.
Something to watch here is Buchanan Jr.'s free throws. Sometimes very inconsistent, sometimes almost perfect. That one is off the mark. Hopefully not a sign if you're a Tigers fan. No subs thus far from either team. We know both teams have solid bench depth, so almost a chess match to see who will put in their subs first. Off the mark on the second one, 0 for 2 from Buchanan Jr. from the line to start the game. Curtis will find himself guarded by Richmond at the top of the key. He comes off 2 screens and finds Bolding in the corner. Bolding guarded by Brimage. Bolding crosses. Bolding spins. Bolding off one leg. That's tough. David Bolding off one leg, similar to the first matchup as we mentioned.
Yeah, Coolidge really has 3 talented guards on that starting lineup that can go get you a shot. We know Kyle Gaskins is such a tough shot creator, but David Bolding showing that he's just as good.
2 minutes and 38 seconds left in this first quarter. Brimage tries for 2 layups, frustrated after getting fouled.
Yeah, so far, Wilson doing a great job on the offensive rebounds, getting multiple opportunities. Got to be able to capitalize there here from the line. But Coolidge just got to box out if they win this. You'll want to win this game. Can't afford to give Wilson multiple chances.
Brimage, one of the best free throw shooters on the Tigers team. You don't want to put him on the line late in games. As we saw in the earlier matchup this season, Brimage knocked down 6 clutch free throws to ice the game for the Tigers. So a good sign that he's hitting from the free throw line once again.
And Joe McCray is going to check into the game. If you don't know who Joe McCray is, he's the 6th man of the year for the Tigers. Brings a lot of energy. In the previous 5 games from this, averaging over 5 steals per game. Multiple double-digit games. Really brings the energy factor off the bench. A great scrappy defender. Really a key player for the Tigers this season.
Brimage knocks down both free throws. No subs thus far from Coach Derek Washington, who has been very energetic on the sideline. Curtis works out of that same double high pick set, and he finds Bolding. Bolding working on Dockery. Good defense here from the Tigers. Gaskins will work. Gaskins with a tough floater. That's off the mark. Fighting for the ball, and that'll be Colts ball. Bolding with another pull-up J as the shot clock expires, and no good. Just under 2 minutes left as Buchanan Jr. gets the rebound. He'll push the pace. between the legs and a step back off the mark. Ray James on the offensive boards, tips it in.
That's exactly what you saw in that game on Monday against McKinley Tech. Cocker Ray James had his best game of the season, grabbing rebound after rebound on the offensive end to close out that game and doing it right there with that little tip in.
Curtis trying to find Starling Dates, that's out of bounds. A minute and 31 seconds left in this first quarter, 12-5 now. Tigers on top with an early lead. Dockery to McCray, back to Dockery. Dockery picked up now full court by number 2, David Bolding. That'll be a blocking foul.
Yeah, we talked about the keys to success for Wilson, but I didn't touch on the keys to success for Coolidge. One key to success for them right now is keep Stephon Walker on the court, and that means keeping him out of foul trouble. So far, doing just that. And then they need to slow down one of Brimage or Dockery. You know Buchanan is such a talented player that he's going to get his type of points. He's going to score in transition, inside the paint. But they got to slow down one of the other two big players for the Tigers. And then they can't turn the ball over. The Tigers really thrive when they're getting out in transition. The Colts got to make this a half-court game.
Dockery struggled earlier in the Tech game. Gaskins able to dunk that one. Dockery really struggled in the Tech game. Lots of travels, lots of turnovers. Seemed to be almost something in his head as Buchanan Jr. aggressively drives to the paint. James finds himself with 2 offensive boards. Brimage now will drive and find McCray wide open for 3. That's off the mark. Gaskins has himself an open lane once again. Goes up and that's blocked by Buchanan Jr. Number 3, David Marquez Pickley will try again. Buchanan Jr. just such a rim protector. Hard for the Colts to get a shot up. Oh, what a block by Buchanan Jr. off the glass.
Saying no, no, no. Can't put up the ball anywhere when he's near that paint. Showing the athleticism. But on the other end, could have been called a foul call on that offensive rebound. So far, the refs really letting these teams play.
Buchanan Jr. driving in now. Little out of control. Curtis there pushes the pace and able to draw the foul on the jumper. 12-7 now, 23 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yeah, so far when you see Buchanan really drive into the paint, almost 3 to 4 guys every time he gets in the paint all have their eyes on him. Expect Buchanan to try to adjust his game, try to kick out to some open shooters as the Colts defense continues to collapse on him inside.
So Jeremiah Grissom heading to the scorer's table now. He's the usual starter for the Tigers, but now with Ray James playing so well and in the lineup, he'll take more of a bench role.
Yeah, but expect those guys to really be interchangeable for the Tigers, just add some depth for them. Both play a similar role on the defensive end, playing great defense, and then especially on the glass, they bring a lot to both of these teams.
So Curtis at the line now. He misses the first one. Buchanan Jr. checks out to take a rest now. Grissom checks in. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Off the mark on both for Curtis. And that'll be called a lane violation. One more shot from Curtis.
Yeah, so far, both teams struggling from the line. In these close ball games, free throws can really make the difference. Both teams are going to have to improve on that if they want to win this game.
So Curtis has his 3rd free throw attempt. Misses it once again. James with the board and finds McCray. McCray to Dockery. 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Dockery working on Curtis. Dockery heavily guarded by Curtis. Comes off the screen. 5 seconds left now. He finds McCray. McCray to Brimage. Brimage pulls in the corner. That's good! You betcha! Marvin Brimage from the corner to extend the lead to 8 points for the Tigers. 15-7 to end the first quarter.
Yeah, hand in his face. Nothing you can do about that perfect defense right from the Colts. Beautiful rotations, but Brimage is such a talented shooter. It doesn't matter if you have a hand in his face. He's going to knock down that three-pointer. Tigers with a huge 8-point lead to start the first quarter.
15-7 to end the first quarter. We'll be back. So welcome back to the Wilson Live channel. The second quarter of action underway. Tigers winning 15-7 after the first quarter. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. This is Wilson Live. We appreciate you for tuning in.
Yeah, Colts had a really struggled first quarter, shooting 3 for 13 from the field. They got to step it up.
So McCray will find Buchanan Jr. Really a balance of scoring in that first quarter for the Tigers. A lot of Buchanan Jr., a lot of Ray James, a lot of Brimage. Good to see for the Tigers' depth. Buchanan Jr. with the pull-up jumper in the face of Starling Dates. That's off the mark. Board by Starling Dates. And number 3, Marquay Pixley will push the pace to Gaskins. Gaskins guarded by the scrappier and smaller Lomax now as Ray James catches a brick on the bench. Good pass inside to Starling Dates. Off the mark, though, on the layup. Brimage finds Buchanan Jr. Coach David T. Johnson, Coach of the Year, directing the offense. Buchanan Jr. guarded by the big man, Stephon Walker, will find Brimage. Brimage pulling up for jumper. That's good. Marvin Brimage shooting well to start this game and very efficiently. A good sign.
Yeah, that's Brimage, 9 points already in this one. Really super efficient from the field, getting to his spots, knocking down shots. So far carrying the Tigers on the offensive end.
So Curtis now guarded by Brimage. He'll find Pixley. Pixley to Walker. Walker thinks about pulling it, guarded by Buchanan Jr. Great defense by Buchanan Jr. Good pass by Walker to the corner. Curtis goes up, and that's blocked. Buchanan Jr. will slow the offense down. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter here. Looks like number 22, Alex Cadet, will head to the scorer's table for the Colts. Lomax working. Lomax spins, and that'll be a travel.
So far, the Colts have been getting some good shots. Haven't been able to be effective on all of them, and that's partly due to the great defense the Tigers have been doing, almost contesting every single shot that comes inside. I'd like to see if the Colts try to get the ball more to big man Stephon Walker, see if he can get some more touches inside.
Curtis will swing to Pixley. Pixley guarded by Lomax. And that's Walker way off on the 3-0. Board by Curtis. Curtis floats it up inside. No good. Board by Grissom. Grissom to McCray. McCray will push the pace with ease here. McCray going inside. McCray, you can count the bucket. Joe McCray and one.
That's just the type of plays he brings. He brings the energy off that bench. So young as a sophomore and just plays like he's a grown man out there. Really responsible and just a great guy right there at Joe McCray. Big time bucket.
So that extends the Tigers' lead to 10 points now. 17-7, 5 minutes and 27 seconds left in this second quarter. McCray misses the free throw. That'll be Curtis bringing up the ball now. Curtis to Gaskins. They like to run this weave set. Curtis throws it way over the head of Stephon Walker.
So far, the Colts not connecting on the offensive end. That's their third turnover of the game. It's not even necessarily the press or the pressure that the Tigers are bringing. They're just making careless mistakes.
Lomax will swing to Dockery. Dockery to Buchanan Jr. inside. Buchanan Jr. will commit a 3-second violation, and that'll be Colts basketball. So 19-7 now. Looks like they forgot to add some points on the scoreboard. So a 12-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, you can see right there in that possession, Buchanan gets inside the position that he wants, and the Colts collapse on him. Buchanan really struggled in that first quarter, shooting 1 for 7 from the field. Like to see him try to distribute the ball, which we know he can do so well, and try to kick out to some open shooters when they collapse.
Number 11, Lafayette Williams checks in the game. That's Gaskins with the shot. Lomax to Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. with the in and out, and a great find to Dockery, who makes the layup. Timeout by Coach Derek Washington.
Yeah, Gaskins really struggling from the field so far. We saw in this game earlier in this season where Coolidge played McKinley Tech at home, and he shot 1 for 14 in a loss against the Trainers. He's got to step it up, shooting so far 1 for 6.
We'll be back after the break. And welcome back to the Wilson Live channel. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left of second quarter action here in the DCIAA Championship. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Once again, we appreciate you for tuning in. We got you with all the action today. Curtis flips up a floater there off the mark. Buchanan Jr. with the board. Tigers out to a commanding 21-7 lead here. And that'll be a blocking foul on number 22, Alex Cadet. Coach Derek Washington will go right to his bench to Starling Dates.
Yeah, interesting to see David Bolding having the matchup with Darren Buchanan Jr. and Stephon Walker guarding Jeremiah Grissom, almost using Walker as a help defender instead of having him guard on ball. See if the Tigers are able to expose that mismatch.
So Tigers in the bonus now. Dockery will head to the line for a 1-and-1. Dockery misses the first one. Almost no board there. Someone forgot to get the shooter, but Curtis able to grab that one. Curtis working. He'll hand it off to Gaskin. Gaskin to Starling Dates. Starling Dates back up top to Gaskin. Gaskin with the double tween across. Gaskin swings it to the corner to number 11, Lafayette Williams. Williams to Gaskins. Gaskins floats it up. That's no good. McCray with the board, and Buchanan Jr. will walk there.
Even though Buchanan walked there, the defensive effort from the Tigers has been tremendous today. Switching perfectly, talking on defense, doing everything they can, really communicating a team. This is the best I've seen from the Tigers defensively all season long.
So 21-7 here. 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in this second quarter. While we have a break in the action, we want to thank our sponsors for today's video, Rockland's Barbecue. If you like barbecue, make sure to check out Rockland's anywhere near the DMV area. Gaskins will find Curtis. Just under 3:30 in the second quarter. Williams finds Walker. Walker to Curtis. Curtis with a nice hezzy has to find Williams, though. Great defense from the Tigers. Williams to Curtis. Curtis working inside. Blocked by Grissom. And that'll be a foul called. Jeremiah Grissom will be called for that one. He's frustrated with that.
Yeah, Curtis with the opportunity to close out the drought from the Colts. Haven't scored a single shot or free throw this quarter. Offensive struggles really continue to happen.
The Colts need a bucket here, even if it comes from the line. Curtis misses another one.
Both teams struggling from the line. Tigers so far 2 for 5, and the Colts 0 for 3. Both teams got to improve that.
Curtis knocks that one down. Number 3, Marquay Pixley will check in the game for Curtis. Stephon Walker with a wrap on his knee. Looks like he might have had a scrape of some kind. Had to go off for a minute to get the bleeding stopped. Great find inside there. Dockery is wide open. Coach Derek Washington jumping up and down the sidelines.
Yeah, just a simple little back cut, just not communicating on the defensive end right there for the Colts. Cocker James with a beautiful find inside.
Gaskins finds Walker at the top of the key. Walker working in the ISO game on Buchanan Jr. Great defense, and that'll be a charge. Dockery draws that one.
Again, the Tigers playing as a unit on the defensive end, communicating perfectly. Dockery making the beautiful slide to help on Walker and picking up that charge call. Colts are really going to have to make some changes if they want to get back in this game. Offense just continues to struggle.
So number 15, Micaiah Alston Day checks in now for Walker. Ray almost has the board there offensively, but that'll be tipped out of bounds in Colts ball. Lafayette Williams, Gaskins, Pixley, Starling Dates, and Alston Day, the lineup for the Colts now. Gaskins blocked by James once again. Now Pixley working inside. Richmond will pick up a blocking foul. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second quarter, and it looks like David Bolding will check in. Alongside number 10, Ridge Parks.
Gaskins still with 2 points. Cocker James continues to do a great job on the defensive end, giving him almost no room, no space to work around. See if he can step it up in this late in the second quarter and then towards the second half.
Bolding gets picked by Robert Dockery, and a timeout called by Coach T. Johnson. Tigers bench getting into it 23-8 here, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in this second quarter. We'll be back. And welcome back once again to the Wilson Live channel. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in this second quarter. 23-8 lead for the Tigers here. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. An exciting game thus far for Tigers fans.
They're going to call an offensive foul right there on Darren Buchanan Jr. He's surprised at that call, did not like that one. Trying to get that backdoor pass. Refs don't like it.
So Pixley will work on Richmond now. Pixley dumps it off to Parks. Parks to Bolding. Bolding coming off a screen will find Starling Dates. Parks pulls it from 3 off the mark. Board by Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. running the break. He'll find Dockery. Dockery to Brimage. Brimage pump fakes and he'll work on number 15, Austin Day. Dockery now will find Richmond. Richmond to Dockery. Dockery fakes the 3 and will step out of bounds.
Yeah, Colts with an interesting lineup in the game with Amari Curtis, Kyle Gaskins, and Stephon Walker, all three not being in the game. Here are their better players. See how long they stay on the bench.
One minute and 10 seconds left in this second quarter. Gaskins in now, guarded by James. A 3 found for number 15, Makai Alston Day off the mark. Tigers rebound once again, just under a minute now. Noah Richmond will cross half court and slow it down. Brimage finds himself with the ball now. Swings it to Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. to Cockere James. James, and a turnover there. Richmond can't catch that one. .35 seconds left in this second quarter. Gaskins with the step back now. He has an open look. Off the mark though. And number 15, Makai Alston Day with a good hustle there to keep it Colts basketball.
Yeah, uncharacteristic miss right there from Gaskins. Did a beautiful move to get James up in the air, but with a wide open shot, just can't finish it. Those are the types of shots, especially being down 15 in a ball game like this, you gotta hit.
And Bolding goes in for the and one there. Tough finish for number 2, David Bolding. .6 seconds left in this second quarter. Bolding knocks down his free throw. 23-11 now. Tigers will hold for the last shot. Colts trying to pick up the pressure. Buchanan Jr. with 5 seconds left. Richmond wide open for 3, off the mark. Oh, board by Dockery though. Dockery puts it back up and no good. Tigers are unable to get a last shot off, and that'll be the end of the half.
Yeah, great half from the Tigers, especially on the defensive end. Able to hold the Colts to 11 points in that first half. Offense really struggling from the Colts on the other way. Got to be able to get a chance to get Gaskins on the board more or try to get Walker inside. So far, Tigers with a commanding lead.
We'll be back after the first half. Make sure to hit the subscribe and drop a like down below. We appreciate you for tuning in. And welcome back to the Wilson Live channel. We're back here at Coolidge High School in Washington, D.C. Tigers get out to a 23-11 lead after the first half. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Nat, what have you been thinking so far about this one?
I mean, it was a great first half. Can't ask for very much more, but Coolidge has really got to step it up on the offensive end. Shooting 23% for the field, only 11 points in that first half. Got to step it up, including Kyle Gaskin shooting 1 for 9. He's going to have to be more efficient if they want to come back in this game.
That's exactly right. Brimage with the great first half. Dockery pulls for 3 there, way deep. That's off the mark. Boulding will bring it back the other way, guarded by Brimage. Boulding puts up a J, no good. Buchanan Jr. will push the pace. Great pass to Dockery there. And that'll be Tigers basketball with some outrage from the fans.
Yeah, interesting to see the Colts going into a 2-3 zone. See if the Tigers make some substitutions, maybe bring in another shooter like Benjamin Coble off the bench in this one.
Tigers usually like to get in their bench today. No Sakazi, no Coble, and no Micah Charles thus far. Tigers working the ball around well. Buchanan Jr. to Dockery. Dockery to McCray. McCray fires a 3. That's good. You betcha. Who other than Joe McCray in the corner?
Can't leave him open. Got a little bit of an unorthodox jumper, but it's cash money.
Curtis finds Gaskins. Gaskins followed by James, full court. Walker working on Buchanan Jr. now, and that'll be a jump ball. Great defense from Dockery and the Tigers. Call that a shooting foul, actually, so Walker will find himself on the line. Once again, if you can notice that wrap on his left leg, he was scraped up in the first half, had to come off to the sideline to get some treatment, and now he looks like he's definitely favoring it a bit when he walks and runs.
An interesting trend, uncharacteristic thing for the Tigers. Darren Buchanan Jr. having a little bit of a weak first half for his standards, shooting 1 for 8 from the field, only 2 points. But the other guys around him really stepping up. Brimage with 9 points and Dockery with 6, really carrying the load in this one.
So 26-12 here, 6 minutes and 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Walker working on Buchanan Jr. in the ISO. Tries to find Boulding, and he does. Boulding with a tough shot, and that's a follow through. That's number 23, Malachi Starling Dates. Colts picking up the pressure here with the full court press. Dockery able to play the middleman there and break it. Dockery guarded by Boulding at the top of the key. Dockery working. He'll go between the legs and give it out to Brimage. Brimage to James. James finds Buchanan Jr. inside, spinning off, and he flips it up. No good. Walker with the board as the shot clock expires. Gaskins will push the pace to Boulding. Boulding to Starling Dates off the mark. Starling Dates just missed that one, but it'll stay Colts basketball.
Yeah, lots of contact on both sides. No foul calls on both guys. I thought Buchanan got fouled and Dates got fouled. Interesting to see. Refs really letting them play. But Coach Johnson wants a timeout, settle his team in a little bit down. Like to see them try to slow this game down a little bit, not try to force it inside every play.
We'll be back. And after the Coach T. Johnson timeout, it'll be Colts ball under the basket. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for today's video, Rockland's Barbecue. If you like barbecue, check them out. Off the mark from number 5, Kyle Gaskins, who still hasn't gotten his scoring going. Ref calls a backcourt game there. Wilson bench is livid.
Both teams in that first half with 6 turnovers respectively. Wilson turnover right there. Some Tigers fans didn't like that call.
Curtis will find Bolding. Bolding trying to get the ball to Walker. Bolding blocked by Brimage. Starling Dates finds Gaskins. Gaskins floats it up, no good. Buchanan Jr. will be fouled by Bolding there. And 26-14, 5 minutes and 38 seconds left.
Yeah, Gaskins' struggles continue, now shooting 1 for 11 from the field. This Coolidge Colts team can't win a game when Gaskins is struggling this much. We saw them again lose to McKinley Tech when Gaskins shot 1 for 14. He has to step it up if they want to have any chance to win this game.
Marquay Pixley checks in the game for the Colts. They're in a high-pressure 2-3 zone now. Looks like a box-in one on Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. swings to Brimage. Brimage open in the corner. Off the mark. He finds an offensive board, though, and Dockery inside for the layup. 14-point lead for the Tigers now.
Yeah, that's one of the weaknesses of a 2-3 zone. You would think it would help on the defensive rebounds as you pack it in, but you're not playing man-to-man, so you don't necessarily have someone to box out, and that's what happens right exactly there. No one boxes out Marvin Brimage, and he's able to get the free offensive rebound and find Dockery inside.
Walker pulls a 3. That's good. Finally gets another 3 in there after the first 3 on the first possession of the game for the Colts. Buchanan Jr. will find Brimage, but they call a late out of bounds there. And Colts fans getting into it.
Yeah, lots of energy in this building. Momentum shifting slightly. Colts trying to feed off their fans.
11-point game now. Tigers still with the lead. Walker working on Buchanan Jr. Great defense there. And that'll be a jump ball. A timeout called from the Colts. And we'll be back. And welcome back now to the Wilson Live channel. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. 11-point game here. Momentum seeming to shift a bit. Walker almost turned it over, and the Colts were forced to take a timeout. Pixley now checks in the game, and he throws it to Curtis. Curtis working in a high rope pick and roll with Starling Dates. Walker trying to call for it in the corner. Starling Dates has a layup. That's off the mark. Buchanan Jr. to Brimage, a 3-on-1 now. Brimage goes up strong, and he misses that one. Curtis pushing the pace the other way, lays it up. That's off the mark. Back and forth go the Tigers and Colts. Brimage slows it down and finds Dockery on the wing. Dockery to Brimage. Brimage finds McCray. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this third quarter. McCray to Dockery on the wing. Great pass by Buchanan Jr. cross court. Brimage working inside to James. Too easy for the Tigers. Coach T. Johnson loves that offense.
Yeah, beautiful find right there from Brimage. Great movement all around. It's been a theme all season. Brimage really stepping up in his role today.
Walker will work on Dockery. Buchanan Jr. with the steal now. Buchanan Jr. pushing the pace, finds Dockery. Dockery in the corner. That's off the mark. Board by Walker. Walker to Pixley. Pixley slows it down to Curtis. 30-17 now, 13 points for the Tiger lead. Tigers try to blitz the screen. No good. Gaskins to Pixley. Inside, and that's another turnover. McCray bounce pass to James. Almost blocked by Walker. But James with the layup. The recent starter, Cocker-Ray James, playing fantastically on the offensive end and defensive end, and finally getting rewarded on the offensive end.
Yeah, McCray keeping that ball on the string. No one can touch it. Finding a beautiful find inside to James. Tigers just really playing great as a team. Everyone stepping up here.
Looks like Lomax, Richmond, and Grissom will check into the game now. McCray and James will check off. Now number 12, Kevin Nevers in the game. Markway Pixley works off a screen. He floats it up. Off the mark, great board by Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. will give it up to Richmond. Richmond gives it back to Buchanan Jr. to Lomax. Lomax fakes the three and goes inside for the jelly. Oh, what a move by Greg Lomax.
Oh my goodness gracious. Big time finish, scooping the layup. Big time finish right there from Greg Lomax.
34-17 now. A minute and 40. As Buchanan Jr. checks off.
That seemed to be grabbing his hip or something inside. Looks to be all right, but don't want to see him get injured.
Bolding will find Nevers. Nevers to Walker. Walker fakes the three, and that'll be a blocking foul on Dockery. 34-17 here, minute 28 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, offensive struggles. They've picked up a little bit for Coolidge on the offensive end, but still not great. I'd still like to try to see them to get the ball inside of Stephon Walker.
Lafayette Williams goes up strong, no good. And a block there from James, but not before number 15, Makai Alston Day, could go up and draw a foul.
You think of this Coolidge team as a very talented rebounding team. You got guys like Stephon Walker, who's averaging 19 rebounds per game, but in that first half, the Tigers out-rebounded the Colts 21-16. And especially on that offensive glass, the Tigers did a great job to get multiple shots.
Alston Day misses that one. And James will check off for Buchanan Jr. Minute 23 seconds left. Once again, we appreciate you for tuning in to the Wilson Live channel. Make sure, if you haven't already, to drop a subscribe and a like down below. Alston Day misses the second, and a board by Buchanan Jr. Pushes the pace to Dockery. Dockery working on Walker. Goes up, and he's blocked by Walker. Walker to Williams. Williams to Bolding. Bolding working on the smaller Richmond. He'll find Walker. Walker to Dockery. A jab. And he works in the low post. Could have been a travel. Bolding pulls it from deep off the back iron. And that'll be a foul underneath on number 2, Robert Dockery.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I agree with that call. It looked to be Stephon Walker trying to jump on the back of Dockery, but refs think otherwise. Colts with the opportunity to cut the lead down. Need to get a couple scores here late in this third quarter to have any chance to win this game.
And that'll be a lane violation on Bolding. Buchanan Jr. will bring the ball across with 45 seconds left. Buchanan Jr. working on Walker. Gives up to Lomax. Lomax to Dockery. Dockery fakes the three. Finds a smaller mismatch inside of Dockery. Buchanan Jr. off the mark. Walker will control. Shot clock is turned off now. Lafayette Williams will give it up to Walker. Walker for three. Off the mark. Brimage with 15 seconds left now. Turns it over almost. And that'll be a good hustle from the Colts to get the ball back. Bolding goes up with a floater, and that's good. 5 seconds left. Dockery has to make something happen. 2-1. Dockery lays it up, and that'll be a goaltend. And that bucket will count to end this third quarter. Colts bench erupts. Derek Washington livid on the sideline. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of action. Tigers with the lead 34-19 as the refs try to figure this call out. And welcome back now for the fourth quarter of action. Welcome to the Wilson Live channel. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Some complication with the score here. Finally, we've got it to 36-19 after a furious Derek Washington came over to the scores table and had to talk it out with the refs. Good fight there. Final quarter of play, DCIAA championships. Both teams got to leave it all on the line here.
Again, the offensive struggles continued for the Colts, only shooting 16% from the field in this one. They got to pull off a miracle or really make some changes on the offensive end if they want to win this one.
Good defense there. Colts coming out with a different type of intensity, and that'll be a foul there on number 13, Greg Lomax. Colts looking intense here to start this quarter. Once again, I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman.
That's exactly the type of intensity that you need to come back in this game. They need to play the pace fast. They need to start trapping on defense and need to start turning this Wilson team over. And if you're Wilson on the other end, you can't let the pressure that Coolidge is putting on you affect this game. You got to play your game, play your half-court offense, and play like it's just 0-0.
Curtis knocks down the free throw. (36-22) here. 7 minutes and 16 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Curtis knocks down another one. His early free throw struggles show to no avail there. Good pass by Lomax there to get it to Buchanan Jr. Lomax working inside now. He turns that over, and that'll be a kickball. Richmond will inbound now and find Lomax. Lomax to Buchanan Jr. Colts in that aggressive zone. Brimage to Lomax. Lomax to Richmond. Richmond for three. Off the mark. Board by Buchanan Jr. And an easy layup there.
Exactly like I said before, 2-3 zone, not matching up to be able to box out, and Buchanan's able to get on the offensive glass.
Gaskins had a matchup he liked on Lomax there. Able to step back but misses the jumper. Gaskins' struggles continue. 1 for 12 from the field, 1 for 13 after that missed jumper.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? He's the leading scorer on the team, leading scorer in the whole DCIAA, averaging over 20 points per game. I mean, for the Colts to only be down 15 with their best player only having 2 points is sort of impressive. Other guys stepping up for them, but he's got to make these shots. They're not like they're all contested. He's getting some open shots, but just not able to knock them down.
That's off the mark. Great board by Buchanan Jr. there. Number 15, Mackay Alston Day misses that one. Colts in that trap. They'll fall back into that zone. There they go. Brimage wide open for three. He misses that one. Oh, board by the Tigers, though. Buchanan Jr. able to get it. Swings it to Brimage. Brimage will work the ball around. Buchanan Jr. to Dockery. As they slow the offense down. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Dockery will work on Gaskins. Dockery with the spin. He'll find McCray. McCray works to the Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. to Dockery. Dockery fakes the three. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Brimage for three. He knocks it down. Are you kidding me? Marvin Brimage and the foul.
Brimage hitting big shot after big shot. He can count the basket and the foul. Brimage having the game of the season so far for him. Knocking shot after shot. Shot clock winding down, it doesn't matter. Hand in his face, it doesn't matter. Brimage is too clutch in this one.
Brimage has the look he wants. Missed the first one, got the second one and the foul. And now we'll head to the line to try and extend this lead to 18 points here. 41-23, Tigers have the lead. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Brimage knocks it down. 19-point lead for the Tigers now. Classic weave set for the Colts. Curtis guarded by McCray. A slip under the screen, and here goes Buchanan Jr. Sir, come upstairs.
Too easy. Crowd on their feet, pumping the crowd up. Wilson with their largest lead of the game in this fourth quarter. Wilson looking to pick up their 4th DCIAA championship in 5 years if they can close this one out.
Sir, come upstairs. We'll be back after the timeout. And welcome back after that exciting slam from Darren Buchanan Jr. Curtis finds Gaskins for 3 off the mark. James with the board. James to Dockery. Dockery with a beautiful Euro step and a lefty lay. Too easy. Curtis will be blitzed by McCray. That'll be a blocking foul on McCray. 23-point lead for the Tigers now. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, so far in this game, both teams really struggling from the line. Both shooting 33%. This could be a big factor in this one if the Coolidge are able to pull off a miracle and get close back within single digits in this one.
Curtis misses it. Bowling with the aggressive play. That'll be called Colts basketball. Another questionable call over there from the refs. Both coaches unhappy with their performances thus far tonight. Good find inside to Walker there. Walker with an easy layup. Great pass by number 2, David Boulding.
That Colts making some things happen here. Expect the Tigers to continue to slow the game down on the offensive end. Almost try to hold out for that whole 30 seconds of the shot clock.
McCray working at Dockery. Dockery to Buchanan Jr. Off the screen, working on Walker. He'll find McCray. McCray will work on Pixley. McCray has a lay. He misses that one though. Curtis working on Buchanan Jr. now. Bit of a mismatch there. Walker is guarded by McCray inside now, and a smart foul. But Coach T unhappy that the Tigers did not switch that. Walker will find himself at the line. Both him and Gaskins been struggling all night. And the struggles continue as he misses yet another free throw. Walker knocks down the second one. That'll be Tigers basketball after the made free throw. 20-point game now. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Colts got to make something happen now. Buchanan Jr. to McCray. McCray to Dockery. Dockery to James. Dockery works inside. Misses the layup. And Curtis will come back the other way. Curtis finds Gaskins. That's the guy you want in the corner, and he knocks that down. Gaskins finally getting the scoring starting.
Yeah, success. First three of the game right there for Gaskins. Struggled all night long, but Colts cutting into this Wilson lead. They got to keep up the pressure on the defensive end, though. The Tigers, if they can, just can hold it for every 30 seconds, and the Colts will have no chance to cut into this lead.
Brimage to James. James turns it over, but McCray, the team leader in steals, picks that pocket. Refs will call an out of bounds there, though. That'll be a timeout for the Tigers. We'll be back after the break. And welcome back now. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. You're tuned into the Wilson Live channel. We appreciate you for checking us out. Make sure to drop a subscribe down below and a like if you haven't already. Colts running out of time here. 46-29 lead for the Tigers. And quick scoring like that from number 0, Amari Curtis, is what they're going to need. Lead is shortened to 15 points now. McCray tries to force a bounce pass, and that'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Tigers had a commanding lead all game long. Coolidge had their only lead of the game with 6 minutes left in that first quarter, and ever since then, the Tigers have been up.
McCray to Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. throws it inside, and that'll be a foul on Curtis.
Again, an interesting scoring tally for the Tigers in this one. You expect in a big-time game like this that Darren Buchanan Jr. will be the main guy they're looking to, and so far it really hasn't. Buchanan had a very slow day for him so far, only shooting 2 for 11 from the field. Guys like Robert Dockery with 10 points and Marvin Brimage with 12 have really been leading the show.
Buchanan Jr. to Dockery. Tigers doing a good job swinging the ball around, and James misses the N1 attempt inside. Two minutes and 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. While we have a break in the action, once again, we want to thank our sponsors for today's video, Rockland's Barbecue. If you're a barbecue liker like myself, make sure to get yourself over to Rockland's in the DMV area. They're a great spot, and they are our sponsors for this video, so we appreciate them. We'll be back. So we're back once again, 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in this fourth quarter. James off the mark on the free throw.
Yeah, again, Tigers really struggling from the line. Won't necessarily be a big factor in this one, but Tigers season isn't over. likely be heading to the DCSSA championship, playoffs, where free throws are really going to come on clutch, and Tigers have really struggled all game long.
So James misses both.
I'll bring the tally to 2 for 8 from the line today. Just unacceptable from a basketball team like this.
We'll be back after the official timeout. And welcome back. Now, 46-31, 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in this fourth quarter. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. Curtis to Gaskin. Gaskin to Pixley. Pixley to Curtis. Curtis with the lefty lay, and he gets it to fall, finally. Curtis, one of the only bright spots for the Colts today, and he continues his scoring success.
Colts picking up the offense a little bit in this fourth quarter, being a little bit more efficient, but likely be a little too late. They needed that offensive production earlier on in this game.
Dockery does a nice job avoiding the screen and going the other way for an easy 2 points. Colts got to pick up the scoring here if they want to make this one close. Walker in the corner. He hits that one. Doing things exactly like that. Now the lead is cut to 12 points. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left.
The Colts going to have to put some pressure on the ball. Can't allow the Tigers to just hold it out this shot clock. Got to see if they try to double the ball.
Buchanan Jr. will be fouled there on the floor. Yeah, you got to think, heading out of this one, either way, both teams will be happy with their season, and both teams will most likely head to the DCIAA playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you got to think about it. This is Coach T. Johnson's first head coaching job, and for the Tigers to be going into this one with a record of 24-4 and 14-1 with a 1 forfeit loss being a forfeit due to COVID in the DCIAA, and likely be walking home as champions, along with being the coach of the year, you got to consider that a successful season already.
Most definitely. Brimage finds himself in the corner. He'll have a jumper look. That's off. Curtis now finds Gaskins for 3. Gaskins knocks it down. And that'll be a timeout from Derek Washington. But now this lead is cut to single digits. 9 points with 1 minute and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. And welcome back for what might be our final break. 1 minute and 38 seconds left. A 9-point lead now for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Colts making this one interesting. Lowest lead of the game for the Tigers in this whole second half. See if the Colts can pull off some magic in this last minute and 38 seconds left.
Yeah, you got to think if that happens, you got to get the ball to guys like Walker and Gaskins who can really shoot efficiently from the three-point line and shoot tough shots.
Yeah, Tigers have got to get back in transition. We saw in that previous play, they gave a wide open three to Gaskins in the corner on transition and just wide open. So Tigers have got to be able to get a bucket here and then get a stop.
So good defense from Walker there. Dockery will split all the defenders and go up for the layup. Gaskins working now quickly. Walker wide open for three. Off the mark. Board by Brimage. Gotta think that's the way the Colts have to play the last minute and 15 seconds here.
Yeah, they'll Fiala Buchanan right there. Big time rebound right there from Marvin Brimage. Not the tallest guy in the court, but he's had a heck of a game. Really trying to show why he was snubbed for the DCIAA all first team or all second team. Interesting to see him not on either. Really been overshadowed by Buchanan and Dockery all season long, but today he's really shown why he deserves to be on there. Arguably could be the MVP of this game for the Tigers.
So a minute and 14 left. And Dockery is fouled. Derek Washington livid on the sideline.
If you're the Tigers here, you got to think you want to get to the ball to your best free-throw shooter, Marvin Brimage, shooting 87% from the line this season. Look for them to try to get the ball into him.
Yeah, and you got to think if you're the Colts, you can't let them do much on offense at all because they can easily work the clock down. It's at a point where you got to foul now. So they foul Dockery.
Yeah, I don't like that foul in the backcourt, though. You got two guys on Dockery, lots of pressure on him, and you foul when you got the ball in the backcourt, an opportunity to try to create a turnover. I mean, there's still a minute and 10 seconds left. You can give up a couple seconds to try to get back in this one, try to get a turnover instead of leading Dockery to the line.
So once again, some confusion with the scoreboard. 50-39. Tigers still have the lead for the meantime. So Dockery will find himself on the line here. A minute and 10 seconds left. 11-point ball game. Dockery is a 75% free throw shooter, as Richmond will check out for James. Got to think that's a defensive substitution. Dockery knocks it down. Makes it a 22-point game now. Dockery knocks down his second one now. Gaskins got to work quickly. guarded by James. He'll go in the lane with the lefty lay, and that's good. Buchanan Jr. to Dockery, Dockery to James. James pushes the break, misses the layup. He'll slow down the pace. And that'll be a foul on number 1, Stephon Walker.
I think there you just try to pull that ball out. Don't necessarily need the layup up 11 with 56 seconds left. You can try to pull it to the corner, slow the game down a little bit, but James looking a little bit differently and looks to be a little injured, so. See if the Tigers bring a free throw shooter off the bench. Looks like it will be. Lucas Akazi will check in for the game for the first time.
Attaboy, Lucas.
Sakazi is shooting 50% from the line on 8 attempts this year.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens, Tigers will likely take this win out here. This will be Darren Buchanan Jr.'s second championship as a Wilson Tiger, getting his first one as a freshman, the only player to have a championship appearance on this Tigers team.
So James will check out of the game now. 11-point game, still a shot, 56.5 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Richmond will check in the game to take the free throws. He misses the first one, and that'll be Colts basketball.
This should be leading to the Colts to be able to get the line for the free throws of their own. It's exactly the right type of thing that you want for the Colts and the opposite of what you want for the Tigers. Colts able to stop the clock and an opportunity to get some free points.
.5 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Curtis will knock down the first one. Starling Dates checks in for Parks. Curtis makes both of them. Brimage has the ball. That's the guy you want to find in that situation, and he'll head to the line. Literally no time taken off the clock here, so if the Colts can keep doing this, they've definitely got a chance. 9-point game now.
Yeah, especially with the Tigers' free throw shooting really been a struggle this game so far. Tigers are really trying to get the ball to Brimage with almost all the other guys on the court not being super consistent from the line.
Brimage misses uncharacteristically, and now Walker almost turned it over to Curtis. He does. Buchanan Jr. finds himself with the ball, and he finds Brimage. Brimage will finally be fouled with 41.7 seconds left. A lot of time left on the clock, and run off the clock, pardon me. So Derek Washington unhappy about that.
Again, these free throws might not mean as much in this game, really affect it, but coming into DCSSA, it's going to make a big difference when you play teams like Archbishop Carroll, Sidwell, St. John's, Gonzaga, all really talented teams. The Tigers got to really go back into the practice and work on those free throws.
So Brimage nails the first one. Big shot for him. That'll make it a 10-point game now. James looked like he's all right and might head back into the game. Brimage knocks it down. James checks in for Richmond. Curtis
Got some issues with the clock here. Clock did not run down at all. And Tigers going to call a timeout here with 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tigers lead by 11.
We'll be back. And welcome back now after some final confusion. 48.8 seconds left. 54-43. James tries to block that one, but Gaskins makes it. I'm Liam Irvin alongside Nathaniel Wigman. 42.3 seconds left in this fourth quarter. And boy, has there been some drama in this one late. Very similar to the first one, where we had a shot clock and scoreboard issue. Lots of miscommunication, and both benches very angry.
Yeah, lots of time being added back onto the clock. Even when I thought the clock wasn't running at one point, but they add more time. So very interesting to see. Don't know exactly what the decision was on and what made them decide that, but 42 seconds left, plenty of time if Wilson continues to miss shots from the line. But Brimage, again, a big-time game in this one, knocked down multiple three-point jumpers. Really just did it all for the Tigers in this one.
Yeah, nonetheless, as Brimage hits that, it's an 11-point game. 42.3 seconds left in this one. Colt's got to do something quickly, and that'll be a push called on James. 38.3 seconds left. Not much time coming off this clock.
Yeah, Colts being really efficient on the offensive end. Would like to see this earlier in the game. They just seem to be just running at the basket and getting anything they want, getting to the line, doing everything they can to try to get back in this game with very little time.
So Gaskins will head to the line. Solid free throw shooter on the season. He makes the first one. Richmond checks in the game now for James. That's most likely for free throw shooting purposes. Gaskins makes the second one. And now another 9-point game. Deep heave from Dockery to Buchanan Jr. And they foul Buchanan Jr. not the guy you want to get the ball to necessarily, even though he's a big shot and big time player. But a quarterback-esque pass there from Dockery, full court. Buchanan Jr. does a good job locating it and catching it, and now he'll be at the line. Buchanan makes the first. 10-point game once again. Buchanan Jr. misses the second one in and out. 10-point game now, just under 30 seconds left. Gaskins floats up a floater and no good. Dockery will be fouled with 26.8 seconds left. 10-point game now, and Tigers finally getting hyped up. It seems like they can see the prize ahead of them.
Yeah, you got to think at some point the Colts just give up at this point. I mean, at some point, with only 26 seconds left, we would really have to have a miracle for them to be able to win this game down 10 points. At some point, I feel like they got to stop fouling.
So Dockery finds himself at the line for 2 shots, makes the first one. 11-point game now, 26.8 seconds left. Interested to see if the Colts push this one up here as a whole new unit will check in for the Tigers. The crowd getting on their feet here for Buchanan Jr., James, McCray, Richmond, and Brimage as they all check out. Now in the game, Coble, Lomax, Grissom, and Micah Charles. Dockery misses the second free throw. Curtis will try and push the pace here. Grissom playing good defense. Pixley wide open in for three in the corner. That's off the mark. Dockery catches the rebound, and they'll be fouled once again. Crowd on their feet. 15.3 seconds left in this fourth quarter now, and an 11-point game.
Yeah, you can see how happy Darren Buchanan Jr. was on the bench. I mean, we talked to all of these guys at the beginning of the season, and always their goal was to win the DCIAA championship. They're only halfway done. A lot of them said was to get 2 of those championships. Another one is not complete, and that's the DCSSA championship. So Tigers can have some glory, get some championships under their skin, have some success, but they still got to go back to the gym, still got to prepare for when this DCSSA championship comes along, where you got 2 top 50 teams in the whole country in DC. So lots of things to prove for this Tigers team.
Buchanan Jr. in tears on the sideline. 15.3 seconds left. He promised that he would bring it home for the DC area and for the Wilson fans, and boy, did he ever. He knows his mission is not complete yet, but that'll be the ball game most likely. 8.3 seconds left now, and it looks like the Tigers will dribble this one out. Tigers fans, get on your feet. The DCIAA champions, Wilson Tigers.
For the 4th time in 5 years, Darren Buchanan Jr. gets his 2nd championship of his career, and Coach T. Johnson, his first year as a head coach, gets the championship. You can see the Tigers celebrating in the mid-court. A great season.
Buchanan Jr. in tears as he heads to the sideline, and we'll be back for some interviews.
going to announce the 2021-2022 DCIAA All-League Second Team. From the Blue High School, Tariq Johnson. Number 3 from Dunbar, Seiko Seaferry. Number 5 from Bard High School, Stephen Lamar. Roosevelt. Number 3, Jahad Simpson. And number 2 from Roosevelt, David Lagash. Let's give the second team, all DCIAA, a round of applause. From Wilson High School, Darren Buchanan Jr. From Coolidge High School, number 1, Stefan Walker. Number 5, from Coolidge High School, Kyle Gaskin. Number 2, from McKinley Tech, Terrell Webster. And from Wilson High School, number 2, Robert Dockery. The 2021 All-Tournament Team, let's recognize from McKinley Tech, Terrell Webster. Robert Dockery from Wilson High School, Kyle Gaskins from Coolidge. Marvin Burbage from Wilson, and Stefan Walker from Coolidge High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021-2022 DCIAA Player of the Year goes to Darren Buchanan. Coach of the Year for 2021-2022. Let's give it up for Wilson High School coach, David Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will recognize the runner-up in the 2021-2022 DCIAA men's basketball. Let's give it up for the Coolidge.
I'm not gonna get the picture. Get the picture, and I get the picture. Get the picture. That's not
Come on, Dirk. It's on, Dirk. Come on, Dirk. Come on, coach. We all right. We with you. We with you. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the runners-up 2021-2022 Coolidge Colts and this year's champions in 2021-2022 DCIAA Boys High School Basketball Champions. Let's give it up for the Wilson Tigers!
The table.
Let's give it up for the 2021-2022 DCIAA champions, the Wilson Tigers! And today's player of the game, with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Let's give it up for Forever Dairy!
I give it a little something. I give it a little bit. Go ahead. Real quick.
Bravo, buckle up, and be safe. Thank you.
I was about to try to do a 360. I already went in the camera on like this, dog. Oh, we gotta get that on the IG. We gotta get that on the IG.
Where's Maddie? Where Maddie go?
Thank you so much,
The Tigers did. My bad, Lou. Everybody.
Postgame, we're here with Marvin Brimage. Marvin had a great game today, showing his ability to score on 3 levels, three-point shooting, free throw shooting. Marvin, how does it feel to be the DCIAA champ?
I can't describe what I'm feeling right now. It's came a long way, you know. Not being able to play last year, it's just something that I had to get back to, get used to, come back to school, practicing every day. Just work ethic, practicing, and just trusting my game when the season came. So it was just all good from there after when the season started.
Talk to me about how the team played together. You guys played great on the defensive end, really just working. You could see the camaraderie together. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so we just came in, we had to play as a team. If we didn't play as a team, we wouldn't have won the game. So we had to come in, play as a team, get rebounds, play for each other. One of the things we said before was play for the team. Since they last, one of their last couple games was high school, so we just came out and played for each other.
Now looking forward, you got the DCSAA. How are you guys going to prepare for that, and how excited are you for that?
Yeah, so I feel like we good for right now, you know. Focus on celebrate the win. Then a couple days down the line, you know, get back to it. Yeah.
We appreciate it, man. Congratulations. Thank you. Back here with newly added starter, number 10, Cockere James. Red, talk to me about how it feels to be a DCIAA champ.
It feels good. We've been working for this all year. Past 5 months, T and the rest of the coaches, they've been coaching me up for this moment today, and we got the job done.
Talk to me how it feels to really step up into a role. Like, first game starting in the championship game, and you played great, getting up big rebounds down the stretch, playing down Kyle Gaskin, shooting 1 for 12 in the first half. How does that feel?
It feels good. I mean, that's just how it goes. If you put in the work, I feel like I did a great job tonight. I'm proud of my team, and we got the win.
You had an injury late in that game. I wanted to check on that and see how you're doing. Looking forward for the DCSAA. You'll be healthy, you think?
Yeah, we good. We got one more to win.
Congrats. This has been Liam Irvin and Nathaniel Wigman checking off from Wilson Live. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below. And we appreciate our sponsors, Rockland Barbecue. We'll be back.